welcome to Let's Talk. My name's Claire at Dundee Carer Centre, and today my guest is Jeni Sinclair from Alzheimer Scotland. Hi, Jeni.
Good morning, Claire. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you for joining me today.
That's great. It'd be great to give folks updates on what's happening here in Dundee.
Definitely. So, Jeni, do you want to just give us a quick introduction on you and your role at Alzheimer Scotland, please?
Yeah, surely. My name, as I say, I'm Jeni Sinclair. I'm the Dundee Dementia Advisor. I'm based in Stobswell in Dundee. My role's I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. That's the best way to describe it. I support carers and I support people living with diagnosis of dementia. Even folks that are maybe concerned about their memory or family that are concerned about a loved one's memory, we're able to support certainly with that. We undertake a huge range of different services here in Dundee as well.
Good, that's great, Jeni. Well, listen, we'll just crack on. We've got some questions here for you. Okay, so we'll crack
Okay.
on with the first one if that's all right.
Yep.
So, Jeni, could you tell us what support and services are available from Alzheimer's Dundee Resource Centre, please?
Certainly. Well, within the resource centre, we have a small daycare service that runs from a Wednesday through a Friday. There's morning and there's afternoon sessions. And for more information about that, feel free to get in touch. It's small groups, so it's more of a personalised one-to-one situation with those that certainly come along. The rest of the week, we've got carer support groups that happen within the resource centre. And we also have the Royal Voluntary Service. We work in partnership with them to do the Move It or Lose It sessions, and that happens on a Monday. But the care support groups are good in that we offer a cared for group running alongside the group. So for carers maybe find it difficult to come along to these things because they can't leave the cared for person, the cared for person can come along and they're in a wee activity group and entertained whilst the carer comes and gets a bit of peer support.
Oh, that's good, because that's sometimes a bit of a barrier, isn't it, when they don't have somebody to be there, or the care for just wants their person to be there with them. So it's a bit of reassurance for both, I
Yeah.
suppose. That's
De-
good.
Definitely. And it's enabled a lot of people to actually come along and benefit from the various sort of topics that we speak about and really just get that support from other people that are going through a similar situation.
Yeah, good. That's great. Now you've talked about what's available within the centre itself. Do you have, is there stuff available within the localities and the communities as well, Jeni? Because obviously I know that side of it would have stopped over the past few years. So is that kind of gradually building back up again?
Definitely. We've our community activity organiser, Rosemary Munkar, she supports in Dundee and she offers an array of activities. So things ranging from football memories to walking groups to music and memories, lunch clubs, and we've got an allotment. So she deals with a lot of different activities, quite varied, certainly as well. We're delighted to say that we're going to be getting our boogie back. Boogie is
Oh, good.
an afternoon. I'm not going to say disco. It's a music afternoon. We've got two of them running. Well, it's a monthly event. East 1 month it's East Dundee, 1 month it's West Dundee, and we'll be having more information about dates and things coming out. But we're absolutely over the moon that post-COVID we can get back to dealing with that certainly as well. Myself, I'm involved in a lot of dementia cafes out in the community. So we now have all of East, West and Central covered in Dundee. So East, we've got St Aidan's, and that takes place on the last Tuesday of the month in the morning. Central, we've got the V&A, and that's the third Tuesday afternoon of the month. And delighted to be working with yourselves, Claire, with Vicky Carnegie and the West End of Dundee at St John's Logie Cross. That's launching on the 8th of September. So really looking forward to getting that
Very good.
sorted.
Good, a lot of variety back across the whole of the city, which is good to hear. And all this information will be available within the comment section below, and it can be found on the Carers of Dundee webpage as well, which will direct you to if people want to pick up on that later on. That's great.
Yep.
Okay, so and how do people get involved in these cafes, groups, etc., Jeni?
Well, like you say, Claire, there'll be information coming that people can actually find out a wee bit more, pick up the phone, speak with myself or my colleagues, or they can just come along, especially the cafes. It's very drop in. It's not a book your place anymore.
Oh, that's fine.
it's come along. If anyone's interested in any of the community activities that Rosemary coordinates, her contact details will be available as well. So you'll be able to give her a wee phone beforehand just to find out a wee bit more about what's involved.
Great, that sounds good. Perfect. So you mentioned this before regarding the resource centre. You had some place for the cared for to be part of it as well. Now, so is this the same situation for the local and community groups too? Is it something the carer and cared for can come together and be part of that?
Mm-hmm. Certainly, all the community activities, it encourages the cared for person and the carer to come along.
Good.
We do have some groups that the person with the diagnosis will come along themselves, and that's all very much about dependent on the how that individual person is and
Okay.
how they cope, certainly as well. But no, all of our things are people are encouraged to come along, the cared for person and the carer as well. There might be some carers just want to come along to cafes
Yeah,
or whatever, and that's absolutely fine.
that's good. That's fine. But either way, it's quite accessible both ways.
Definitely,
That's good.
definitely. And Claire, they could, you if anyone's interested in perhaps they're a wee bit unsure, you folks could get in touch with us as well, and then we could then get in touch with the individuals that you support as well. So we want to make it as accessible and as easy for people to access these services.
That's great. Thanks for that, Jenny. Now, you've said there's not really a referral process as such, is there? Obviously, the cafes are now a drop-in, which is fantastic. What about the groups within? You mentioned obviously some of the groups within the centre. Is this a referral process? If somebody identifies that they want their loved one to go along to one of the groups at the centre, is there a referral process in place for that?
There, technically there is.
Yeah,
For the daycare, yeah, we would
yeah,
get referrals for that, and it's just purely so we could actually match the people that want to come along. Just make sure that it fits their needs, and sort of vice versa. For the carer support groups and the group that's running with the RVS or Royal Voluntary Service, what to do is people just get in touch with myself, and then I would take it from there and sort of go through it. So. Referrals, I suppose it's a loose referral as
okay,
such, but
that's fine.
we like to just it's purely for numbers that we're
Yeah,
quite keen to get a wee bit of heads up if folks are interested in coming along.
that's great. Good. Well, that's great. I think that's gave everybody a bit of an idea in a nutshell what's available at the resource centre and within the community and localities too. Is there anything else you want to mention at this time, Jenny? You want anybody to know about?
I can't think of anything else, but
No.
I mean, as I say, if we also have a mailing list, so if
Okay.
people wanted to be popped on our mailing list. And what happens is we have newsletters that come out quite frequently, and also any updates or any new things that are happening, people would be mailed out that information. So it's quite handy to have, just so people could keep up to date with what's happening locally.
That'd be good. That'd be great. And also, we will put your all your contact details below: contact number, emails, and web page on the comment section below for anybody to access that if they wish. Also, like I said, a lot of this information is held on Carers of Dundee web page too. All the events that Alzheimer's Scotland have got going, you'll find it all there. So yeah, please do get in touch if you feel one of these activities would be quite good for you and your loved one, or just to find out more of what else could be available in your locality. Because I think we're still in the position where maybe a lot of people are quite keen to stay within their own areas just now sometimes. Kind of a lot of people are still maybe a wee bit not sure about jumping on and off public transport, stuff like that, which is great. Things are back opening up again, but it's still good to have a bit of that option, isn't it, for people?
Yeah, definitely. We find
Yeah,
that, people are still that wee bit resistant to
yeah.
to coming back out, but hopefully, in time people will be a wee bit more comfortable. But that's how it's great. A bit like yourselves, Claire, we've got things out and about in the community, so people from all over Dundee can access it.
That's good. Just another quick thing, Jenny. Although we are back, obviously, back face to face, if people did want to have a bit of support via the telephone or online, is that still an option as well?
Definitely, we can
Yeah,
do sort of telephone sort of chats, consultations, and also using digital platforms. So we use Teams and things like that. So that can happen as well. As
that's
we
good.
want to make it as easy for people to speak with members of staff here in Dundee. So whatever's easiest, we're able to try and support that.
That's brilliant, Jenny. Well, thank you very much for joining me today on our Let's Talk session. And yeah, like I said, any questions for myself or Jenny, please pop them in the comment section below or direct message us at Carers Dundee Facebook or Twitter. And yeah, we'll get back to you with any answers. We'll pass them on to Jenny and she'll get back to you personally regarding that.
Thanks very much, Claire.
Okay,
Cheers.
Jenny, thanks for that.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.